So we've got the seat loose. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna show you our new tractor that we're gonna be testing over the next year. So this is the TYM. This is the 2515, 25 horsepower, what I like to call the big frame tractor. There's all the different size 25 horsepower tractors that they have, but this is their largest frame. It's almost the same size as a 474, but just on a smaller horsepower. So you don't have to worry about any of the Tier 4 emission stuff. It's just a clean manual engine. Let's show you around. So this is the 2515, and if you'll notice, this has a 4-digit number on it, and some of the other, like the T25, has only got 3. My understanding is in the near future, TYM's gonna change all their numbering systems so that the tractors match up across the line. But they wanted to keep the original numbers that Branson had on the tractors for the next couple of years, so that you know, the people that have Bransons understand that TYM is going to support them. So if you have a Branson tractor with a warranty, any TYM dealer now can support your tractor. Your Branson dealer probably is no longer a Branson dealer, it's probably just a TYM dealer. And if that's the case, they will be able to service your Branson tractor and your TYM tractor. There's a lot of commonalities and parts in the engines. TYM has used the same engine as Branson has for a pretty good while now. So there's a lot of commonality already. This is not a big change for the companies buying each, you know, with TYM buying Branson out. So this is the BH150 backhoe. This one is rated at about 7.5 feet deep, which is almost identical to what the T474's backhoe is. So we're going to test this tractor over the next year, and right now we have about 1 hour, or the tractor has about 1 hour. I've literally got like 20 minutes on it just playing around with it. We are going to use the backhoe today and give it a really good run for its money. But if you want to see how this tractor really does, we're going to do about 3 months. We're going to try to put about 50 hours on it in 3 months. You're doing all kind of stuff like flail mower. We're going to even put the mulcher on the backhoe. We're going to try, you know, several different attachments and implements. And then about 3 months, we're going to give you like a rundown of what we think about it at that point. And then obviously at the end of the 1 year, we'll give you a really good in-depth feedback on this tractor. But for now, let's go dig. But I got to grease this thing first. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this backhoe out today, but this is a brand new tractor, so you kind of have to set it up for yourself. Well, it comes set, the seat comes set with the seat in the middle position, and it's bolted on, so you can move it forward a little bit or you can move it backwards a little bit. We're going to go ahead and move it to the furthest position back. I think it'll give me a little bit more leg room getting on and off the tractor. It's just 4 bolts, pretty simple. I brought out the old trusty crescent wrench, and it's crusty. So we've got the seat loose, and there's 4 screw holes on the bottom of the seat, and there's let's see here, 3 positions this can be forward and forward and reverse. So we're gonna put it all in the very back position. I don't know how it'll be the easiest to do this. Probably just to flip it up. So we're trying this tractor out. We're going to give you our how we feel about it along the way. One thing I've noticed already is that because I'm like 5'9", almost 5'10" guy, to reach to the parking brake here, this is the parking brake. I really have to bend over and reach way far down to release it. Again, it's probably one of those things, once you start working with it, you're probably not going to think about it, but on the 474 and the 264, there's a little lever over here that you push the brake pedal down and pull the lever up, so you're not bending over. It works. lot of new stuff to learn. All right, already I can tell you that I don't like how the seat is. There's no way to put your leg. My calves are too big to go between the thing. I was trying to put the seat back earlier. It's got 3 positions, but it's going to take some spacers to raise the seat up a little bit higher. This is really tight for a 5'10" man. This can easily be fixed by adding some spacers and moving the seat back. It's got plenty of room to move the seat back. The controls are just like the 474. I don't feel any difference. Probably a little touchy. So I got the tractor a little too far forward. I'm going to back it up so that my pivot point right here, this pivot point, I'm going to back it up so this pivot point's over the line. That way I can dig a straight line. So if you're ever going to be using one of these backhoes and you're coming in at an angle, you want your pivot point to be directly over the point that you're digging. That way you can dig a straight line. If I dig now, I'm going to always end up going at an angle. So let me raise this back up. And then we'll back this up a little bit. Trying to get a feel for it. All right, now my pivot point is directly over the line. I will be able to dig a really straight trench. I'm moving pretty slow right now because this is new and I'm right close to a building. I don't want to damage this. Now, I dialed 811. Well, actually, we've dialed 811 several times, so there's nothing out here. This is going to be down about, we're going to put this at about 18 inches down. Basically 1 bucket depth down. Got good force. This is solid clay. I am moving very slow, especially being by this building and being new with this machine. So I don't want to damage my building. So the backhoe is very capable. I believe this is the same backhoe that is on the 474. This is a 16-inch bucket also, is what come on it. You can get different bucket sizes. Like if really a 6-inch bucket would be 8-inch bucket, maybe a 9-inch bucket would be better for this. But it's what's on it, and still beats a shovel every day of the week. Get a little further away from this building, I'll be a little bit more aggressive, but yeah, the hydraulic flow is really good on this. I feel pretty good about that. The seat is the only thing that's very concerning for me. Could be a step here a little bit better. Like the 474's got a step. Looks like there's a place that you could mount one, but it's just something to think about. The construction of the frame is very, very heavily built. I mean, it is built as heavy as a 474 or even heavier. So I'm running about 2,100 RPMs on the engine. Seems to be plenty fast enough, plenty strong enough. And again, I'm being very reserved with how I'm running the backhoe. Could be a little bit more aggressive here because I'm far away enough from everything. I'm not gonna hurt anything. Yes, it picks the back of the tractor up. The tires are not loaded in this yet. It will be, but right now it's not loaded. Definitely need to get the back tires loaded. I can tell already in digging that that extra weight is missed. I went a little too far forward this way, and I have a little bit of dirt right there, which means I'm going to use a shovel and do manual labor right there. I guess I could move the tractor back over here, but it seems a little overkill. This ground is muddy. We got 2 inches of rain yesterday, and we've had a very wet spring already. So everything is just yucky, muddy. is like the really real world conditions that you're gonna be using this backhoe in. You're not gonna be digging in perfect situations all the time. So I think this is a really good test of what we're gonna like and what we're not gonna like. Obviously, again, the backhoe's fine, the valves are good, have no complaints about that at all, but we definitely are going to have to do something about the backhoe seat. For me, it's too low and it's too far forward. So just a modification would make it so much more comfortable to work with. All right, let's see if we can get this thing in here without tearing this array down. This is our first impressions of the tractor. With the seat all the way back, I literally cannot push the pedal forward or reverse to get enough pressure on it to actually make the tractor move. So that's how big this area is. So if you're a big person, then that's a benefit. Then you got really a lot of travel forward and tilt steering. So you can pretty much set the operator station up any way you want it. And to get on and off the tractor is really easy because you have tilt steering. You can just throw the steering wheel back up, pull the seat all the way to the rear. You got a big long area to get on and off the tractor. So these are things to really like about the tractor. I started using the valve over here. I've used the loader valve in this location before, and I just didn't think about it. So there's a lot of people that are very much against the valve being here. I get a lot of comments like that. And then there's some that, that like me, that doesn't really matter. I just get used to whatever I'm working with. But overall, first impressions of the tractor, it is built like a tank. This thing is definitely overbuilt for a 25 horsepower tractor, no doubt about it. As far as the capabilities, it feels like it's going to be on the same capabilities as far as the T474, as far as the loader and the backhoe use. Backhoe feels pretty much the same, but let's talk about the things that I don't like about the backhoe. But they're minor and they can be adjusted. So this seat is just entirely too close together, so you can't get your legs through here. I could barely get my ankle to go through here, and I hung my pants leg. The only other option it allows you to do is take your leg up and put it over the top of it. And I did that, and you can see drop mud and dirt onto the seat. So that's something to think about. There are 3 positions that you can mount this. However, because there's a lip here on the front of this seat, you can't mount the seat to the furthest position. But even then, it's only going to give you about 1 inch further back. I think there needs to be I need to make up some sort of adapter that's going to raise this seat about 3 to 4 more inches higher and push it back about 3 to 4 more inches back. And that would really get a lot of opening here for your leg, and it would put the average American into a position that's much more convenient for the controls. But as far as the valve quality, the valves are spot on. They're good quality valves. Everything felt good. Hydraulic flow rate from the tractor coming to the backhoe, no complaints at all. So this is my first taste of the 2515. I wanted to share it with you. I'd really appreciate some comments in your comment sections about what you think and how we might modify this. This is something that this backhoe is built for several different tractors, so that's one of the reasons it's kind of the way it is. If you're doing nothing more than put some spacers between the seat and this, it would do a lot of good. But yeah, let's talk this out.